proud of our guys. I thought we had a good week of preparation, which came out and played pretty well. I thought we didn't run as well early in the game as we wanted to. But I thought we found some ways to run the football as the game wore on. We were staying on the field. We stayed on the field for the most part. I'm just trying to go through. I haven't looked at the stats. I haven't had my glasses, so I ain't been able to see anything. You're 6 of 14 again, 1 of 1 on fourth down. So you're 7 of 15, which is right at 50% or close to it, which is pretty decent from that standpoint. But we ran the ball. Of course, Kevin had the long run there at the end. It was good to be able to put the game away when we had an opportunity. I thought defensively we had the 2 passes in the first half. They hit us in a 3-deep beater from the bunch, which is a good call on their part for what we were in. I thought John got a little tangled up there on the sideline with their guy, but we were able to have 2 good red zone stops in the first half, which is really good. Disappointed with the one drive in the third quarter. I mean, you got to find a way to get off the field. We missed the tackle coming out of the middle of the field. We don't leverage the formation on the bubble. Just a couple plays that we just got to clean up against really good people in order to play cleaner in the secondary. But again, I like how our guys responded and handled the elements and all the stuff that's going on. It's kind of like I talked to Jeremy Pruitt when we played Tennessee before the game, and Dan Mullen last week, and Derek today. I mean, people have no idea what's going on behind closed doors with COVID and the different things you're dealing with your young men. And I appreciate how our guys are handling, the situation that we're going through. So now I'll open up for any questions.
David with the first one.
Hey, Will, you mentioned the running game. Just what did you guys see from Vanderbilt's defense that allowed you to have this much success today?
Well, I think we did a really good job adjusting in the second quarter and then in the second half. But we came in and we changed some things up that we actually didn't bring into the game, and Mike and his offensive staff did a really good job of adding some runs at halftime that we felt like, based on some things they were doing to us, which was different, to take advantage of those things. When you're able to run, what was it, right at 290 yards? That's a heck of a day running the football, no matter who you're playing against. So again, I credit our staff, and our players came out and executed, because there's some runs there that we hadn't really practiced a lot of that we were able to go out and execute. Which, not to say that we don't have them in our package, but some things that we didn't think we were going to feature going in the game, and our staff did a good job, but our players did a better job of executing.
Ben.
Well, obviously, you guys offensively have a little bit of a slow start compared to the last 2 games. But what do you kind of see from your guys on a personal side, responding and turning it around the way they did, despite sort of that early setback?
Well, we came in with a game plan to be very aggressive early in the game, to try and take some shots. The first shot to Xavier, second down play was another opportunity. So we wanted to come in and be aggressive. We ended up being 3 and out. We're willing to take those. If you're going to be aggressive down the field, to take some shots down the field, those are the things you've got to do to be successful, to get people off of you, to figure out what we need to do in the run game. And more than anything, let the defensive coordinator know on the other sideline, we're going to take those shots in games.
Mike Kuba.
Well, I know it's tough to tell right now without going back and watching the film, but just from what you saw from your perspective today about the tackling, what would you have to say about the defense in terms of them responding today after last week's performance?
Well, that was really poor. They're out of the middle of the field, and on the little stop screen, or not screen, but the RPO that they ran where they scored on, that was two missed tackles you can have, and one's too many. Bottom line is one's too many, and we got to continue to clean things up, and that's what we're going to continue to do. But, again, at the tackling last week, I won't say we missed 12 tackles. We had one play that was awful, and everybody wants to point to one play and say that was the whole deal. But at the end of the day, 12 missed tackles against good skill, depending on how those missed tackles happen, which that was a big gainer, no doubt about it.
Josh Kendall.
Will, just to confirm, when Vandy was down here at 3rd and goal, you took the timeout to keep Ernest in the game, correct?
Well, 1, and then 2, I thought we were confused on the call. Okay. And when they lined up in the formation, they lined up, and I didn't really like what we had based on that, and I felt like there was a little confusion, so I took the timeout.
And can you talk about the way Ernest played today? He ended up making the stop on 4th down. He had 13 or 14 tackles.
Ernest is a really good football player, and at the end of the day, the guy's got great energy. He's got great juice. He's really smart. He gets us in all of our fronts and everything that we do. We put a lot on him in order for us to function defensively. So, I think he's played well in the first 3 ball games. We're going to have a very high standard on him, and that's what I told him. I said, I think he played okay in the first 2 ball games. I said, but not to the standard you need to play to. We hadn't watched the film yet, but I know he flashed and made some plays that he needs to make.
Hey, well, how would you evaluate your defensive line's performance today, and how much pressure does that take off a secondary that's obviously struggled at times when they're getting to the quarterback pretty quickly?
Well, Colin, I think that's big, especially when you rush 4 guys. If you can rush 4 guys, you're going to have a good defensive football team as far as in the passing game is concerned. JJ's been a good rusher for us. I thought we got some good push inside with Jabari and Zach at times. I thought Aaron had a good pressure. I'm not positive, but I think Jordan Birch we had a stun on where he came free. So we had some guys flash. I'd like to watch the film first, but I know that, the first 3rd down, JJ gets the pressure. I think it was a sack strip, has an opportunity for a turnover there. We got to be able, when it gets to 3rd down, you can't bring 5 all the time and 6 all the time. You got to be able to pressure a 4 and play coverage and get the quarterback off the spot and get the ball out of his hands.
With Nick having that early drop, and of course he's had some of the issues earlier in the season, what did that say about him making that big play for y'all coming off the goal line? And I think he had 3 catches on that drive to lead y'all in catches and yards. What did you say about him to come back?
Colin did a great job in hotting him over there on our sideline in a critical 3rd down situation there in the 3rd quarter, I believe. But, Nick's a good football player. He's got to clean up some things assignment-wise and clean up catching the football consistently well. And he's more than capable. He's a good football player. Always tough coming off a severe injury like he had. So he's dealing with that as well. So, but he's a good football player. Got to continue to come on, and we need more guys at that position to continue to come for us.
Yeah, sorry about that, Coach. What would you kind of attribute the success? Another big day, getting off the field on 3rd down and 4th down, and staying on it in the same situations. What's kind of been the key behind you guys having such great success on 3rd and 4th down this year?
Well, I think we've done a nice job when we rush 4, and I think when we have brought pressure, we've done a good job of attacking the protection that they're giving us. I think we had the quarterback unsettled a little bit. We had him moving his feet and getting him off the spot, which once you get a guy off the spot, it's tougher. And I thought we covered pretty well today on the back end for the most part, especially in the critical 3rd down situations.
Were you happy overall with the way the secondary responded? I know that you said you challenged those guys a little bit this week.
Well, again, there's some things that we still need to clean up, believe me, especially that one drive. So we'll go back. We got a high standard for those guys and how we need to play. We still have a lot of things to get better in the secondary.
Well, you had a lot of young guys play, specifically 2nd, 3rd quarter. Jordan Birch, Tonka Hemingway, and Shiloh all played a lot defensively. Was that the game plan going in, or was that something that you guys kind of saw starting off?
Well, I mean, the game changed itself a little bit as when it went 24-7 and then 31-7. But I think that, or 27-7. But I think that we had a plan for Tonka, and Jordan need to continue to play more. They need to continue to grow. They're getting better and better every time out, and they're going to continue. It was great to see Mo Kaba in the game there playing linebacker. Shiloh, continues to come on for us at the safety position as an integral part of what we do. Special teams. Vershawn Lee got the start at right tackle. Got to continue to bring him along. Jasden came in and did some things for a first-year player. Ja'Kai Moore continues to do some good things for us at right tackle. DeCarrion's carry was big. We had kind of dialed that up early in the game and didn't get to it. Being able to get to that point there from that standpoint. So again, guys at new positions, first-year players, guys that don't have as much experience, and the situation we're in right now, we got to continue to play the game. We got to continue to play, call it the way we would normally call it, no matter who's in the game, because what the situation we're going through, we never know who's going to be up and who's going to be down. So you don't ever know. Guy walked to me Friday afternoon and say, so-and-so's down. Well, I'm sitting there thinking, you got to be kidding me. Well, that's the situation we're in right now, and we're all going through it. But our guys got to be ready to play.
Yeah, Will, can you share?
I can't hear you, Phil.
Oh.
Tiger Phil, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
You're not getting reception in Pickens County.
I'm don't know why you can't hear me. I'm unmuted. How about now? No?
Can't hear you, Coach. Sorry.
No?
Let's go to Cam Gaskins.
Why can't you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hey, Coach, can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Oh, all right, can you hear me? Hello? Nothing? You gotta be kidding me. Hello? Come on. Check one, nothing? God dang it.
Try that again, Cam.
Something is up with my mic, I guess. Nothing?
I can hear you now.
Okay. I don't know what was going on there. My apologies. Appreciate it, Coach. So you mentioned earlier just about the tough conditions of what's going on behind closed doors in a season like this every game. But then going into this game specifically with the conditions on the field, the rain, just how much can a win like this help your team mentally moving forward this season?
Well, right now, any win helps. And regardless of where it is, at the end of the day, our guys stuck together. We had one of our best practices of the year on Tuesday, not so much on Wednesday, but came back Thursday. We're pretty sharp. But these guys work hard. Been really proud of them, how they've, handled this whole duration of what we've been through, starting back during the spring, going into the summer, heading into the season now. And each week's another great opportunity for us, and that's the way we're going to look at it. Enjoy our victory today and start on a really good Auburn team on Sunday, and that's the way we'll approach things. But, any win is good right now.
Phil, you want to try again?
Can you hear me now, Coach?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Can you share why Muschamp was not available in the second half?
What's that?
Can you share why Muschamp was not available in the second half?
Who's that?
Muschamp, Israel.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
Let's go to Gene Zelko.
Gene, I can't get you.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hey, one for 11 on third down defense for the second time this season. Were you seeing that kind of clutch stuff in fall camp? And what has been the key to that kind of stuff on defense?
Well, I think, Gene, rushing four guys has been the most important thing. And we rushed four early in the game and we were getting home. And when you're able to play coverage and rush four and get the quarterback off the spot, then that's helps you be really good in the pass game. And when we did pressure, I think we did a good job game planning to get our guys in one-on-one matchups so they could win in one-on-one. And so our guys are winning in one-on-one and we're rushing four guys, and we got a chance to be pretty good in those loose down situations, 1 minute and third down.
Coach, Kevin Harris today, another big game. Of all the running backs you've coached and seen, where does he rank in terms of when he gets to that second level and is able to kind of break away with that speed that he has there?
Well, it was impressive today. Again, Kevin's a guy that gets better as the game goes. You get tired of hitting him. There's nothing really soft on his body. He's got a short stature, but he's a very muscular guy. He runs with high knees. He gets behind his pads, and when you take him on, there's nothing there that's soft to hit. So he's a guy that wears on people as the game continues to go. He's caught the ball extremely well out of the backfield. Has continued to do that again today for the most part. They lost the one screen pass over on their sideline, but really proud of Kevin. I think you saw our sideline erupt on the 88-yarder. I mean, I thought we were going to get a penalty, but those guys are so happy for him. They're happy for good guys that have success and do good things, no different than the carry on. Our sideline erupts when those two guys score touchdowns, which is great to see. Happy for those guys, but it's good to see our guys congratulating those guys.
David.
Well, do you expect Keir Thomas and Jalen Dickerson to be available next week?
Yeah, we'll see.
Will, how much of a challenge was it to kind of have to play mix and match in the secondary without Israel, without Jalen, and what did you see from kind of the depth that you were able to play there?
Well, you got a lot of guys playing a lot of spots. I mean, you got RJ playing three positions, nickel, dime, and safety. You got John Dixon playing nickel and corner. You got Cam playing corner. You got JC playing nickel and corner. You got Shiloh playing different spots. And then we're trying to get different matchups based on their personnel in man and some zone situations. So there's a lot going on with those guys. We handled it well today for the most part. We got to continue to handle that as we look forward so we can get our best matchups in third down situations.
Take two more, Josh.
Will, in a weird season, this felt like maybe the weirdest environment yet because you had so few fans here in the stadium. Yet a lot of your guys didn't have family. How do you think that they handled the self-motivation of it?
Really good. We had a lot of energy and juice on the sideline. We told our guys all week, the atmosphere and what it was going to probably be like when we come to Nashville, the Gamecocks travel. It's garnet and black on that entire visitor sideline, so that was unusual for us. But I told the guys that had been here before, and they understood it. I never forget my first game at South Carolina, and that whole visitor side was garnet and black. And I just hate the situation we're in right now, but this is kind of where we are. At least we're able to play football. And I appreciate our fans. I wish they could have been here with us today.
Last question goes to you.
On the 2 field goals that
You got to do something about your hair, man. I mean, this is like, you have no pride at all. Just stick a comb in it. Just pull it through. Brillo pad it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, it's raining here, and I had to run out and get an umbrella from my girlfriend's dad and stepmom. So I'm actually a hero. And why I'm looking like this right now.
There you go. All right.
Anyway, with the
call.
made field goals from Parker, what were the issues there? Because y'all had to use the timeout in one, and there was a delay of game penalty. And at the end of the first half, what kind of?
We were in range, and we had a shift. It was less than 4th and 5. We tried to draw them off sides. It didn't work. And instead of burning a timeout in the second half, we just took a delay game. That's all that was. And then we had a player not stay on the field that's on the field goal team. In that situation, I had to call timeout there. But the other one, we were trying to draw them off sides, and it didn't work.
Okay. And at the end of the first half, after Kevin's run,
we want to take a shot to the goal line. We're calling it out, and we've got 3 players mouthing off with their guys, and the clock runs out. We have no opportunity. We got no timeouts left. We're trying to take a shot in the end zone. It's 4th down. I told Mike, run it down. Let's go let's go Berlin, take a shot in the end zone. And our guys are mouthing off. We addressed that at halftime, and it'll be addressed tomorrow.
All right.
And it was their guys too. So don't just blame our guys, right?
I wasn't blaming anybody.
It was their guys too. So don't blame our guys.
I wasn't saying it was just y'all.
I'm just kidding with you. I'm getting sensitive.
Well, you make fun of my hair all the time. I'm a little touchy.